My name is Jason Alberti, and welcome to the N8N Basics course. We're going to be talking about data handling and transformation. So you're going to discover how data is structured as arrays of JSON objects, why it's critical to follow the expected format, and how to transform and manipulate data using built-in nodes such as the function node. So let's get started. So in N8N, data is passed between nodes as an array of JSON objects. Each item is going to be wrapped with a JSON key. So this format is going to ensure that all nodes can correctly interpret and process incoming data. Consistency in data structure is vital for troubleshooting and make sure that all your workflows run smoothly. Data transformation in N8N is incredibly powerful. So using nodes like the function node can dynamically convert, filter, and map your data. For example, you might only want to process certain fields from your input or change the data structure entirely. The function node is going to allow you to write custom JavaScript code to handle these tasks on the fly. This flexibility is what makes N8N so useful for real-world scenarios, like automatically processing emails or integrating with APIs. So let's look at a practical example. Imagine you have a trigger node that receives input from Webform. Now, before you want to send an email summary, you might want to filter out some of the empty fields or format some of that data properly. I'm going to demonstrate how to extract data from a trigger node, transform it using the function node, and then passing it into an action node. Remember, always use the preview functionality to check your node outputs and ensure that your data is being transformed as expected. So you can see here from the data, this is our webhook we've got coming in from our CRM. This is what JSON code looks like. It's going to be a bunch of objects with strings, different variables, all kind of broken down. You can also see the data in different ways by looking at the schema or looking at the table format. But as you can see, this is a ton of information that's being brought in, and we don't need to utilize it all. So we want to kind of filter it out and see what we can use. So I use a set ID to set some of the different variables that we need for this actual workflow, and it breaks it down and only takes pieces of it that we can use. So the name, the company name, different things like that. And you can see it actually gets passed through in this JSON format. So this is going to be a function node. And in this case, we wanted to use some JavaScript in order to take some of the data and transform it. So for this particular use case, we have a form that has a website. And so we want to make sure that all of the website data that comes in is consistently input in the same way. So some people might write www.domainname.com. Some people might write just the domainname.com. Whatever it is, we want to make sure that we get consistent data so that when we push it through our agent nodes, that it processes it and does it consistently. So this is what this node does. It takes this information, looks at the website field, and then it makes sure that it filters out any kind of HTTPS, www, subdomains, all of that kind of stuff, and make sure that it has just the domain so that we can use it and process data with it. And then it moves on to the action node, which in this case is actually researching using Perplexity information on a potential client or company, whatever the case may be. Here are some best practices for data handling in N8N. Always ensure your data structures remain consistent. This minimizes unexpected errors. Test your transformations with sample data before deploying them live, and then document your work using node notes. Don't forget to use the preview features for immediate debugging. In summary, today we learned how data is structured and how it's transformed in N8N. We also saw how each node passes data as a JSON object, how to transform and filter that data with the function node, and looked at real-world examples to illustrate these concepts. So in our next video, we're going to explore how to integrate external services into your workflows. So thanks for watching. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.